David said, I have come to the crossroad, and because I know I am not about to live forever, I have prepared my Solomon to build. I have not only prepared my Solomon, I have gathered all the building materials for my Solomon. I did not only gather all my buildings material for the Solomon, I have shown him the plans, the structure of how he should build it. I didn't only show him the structure, but I've given him the skills, how he can do it. I didn't only show him the skills, but I've given him the experience of how he can get it done, so that when he starts, it will not be difficult for him. True leaders makes life better for the next generation. When Jesus started his ministry, 30 years when he started, the first thing he had to do was to get his disciples. Why did he look for his disciples? Because he knew he had only 3 years. And if he will have to succeed, he must prepare a generation who will take the vision to the next level. The first person he looked for, he went to the fishing harbor. And when he went there, business people were doing business, and they've tried, they caught nothing. And he said, what are you people doing? He said, we tried, we caught nothing. Oh, can I help you to catch fish? Yes, they caught the fish. And then the leader of the managing director of the fishing corporation looked at him and said, hey, master, depart from me, from a sinful man. He said, listen, I have come here to remind you and to help you to understand. You are not only going to catch fish, but you will catch men. Follow me. The first person he selected was the one he was going to prepare to take over the mantle. The day Jesus started his ministry was the same day he started looking for who would take over. Hear me carefully. The day you are appointed the managing director of ABC Limited should be the same day you should start thinking about who can take over. If you are a father, you start having your children, you should start preparing them for tomorrow. This is missing in our culture in Africa. We don't prepare people. At least we must learn from the lions. We must learn from the eagles. We must learn from the principle, produce after your kind. We leave everybody to struggle. Therefore, when they get to the place of position, they are not prepared. In the political arena, there is no system and structure to prepare people into political office. So they only appoint the loudest person, the one who can insult the most, the one who is more popular. And yet when they take over, they can't do any job because nobody is preparing anybody to become better. That is why we are all struggling, because we are not preparing anybody. How can you work in a company 40 years as a chartered accountant? Can I give you some ideas? You work as a medical doctor for 50 years of your practice. You are in charge. There are young men and young women. You can announce if you have interest and you are a student at the age of 12 years or 10 years or 17 years and you desire to be a medical doctor. I have been a medical doctor for 15 years or 30 years or 50 years of my life. You've come on a retirement. You can start gathering those young people in the church and start sharing ideas about how medicine can be practiced. If you are a chartered accountant and there are people who are good with mathematics and they would like to do something about accounting in the church, you begin to recruit them. You see, your profession must not die with you. Are you hearing me? So your profession as an accountant must not die with you. Your profession as a teacher must not die with you. Your profession as an engineer must not die with you. So look for young men who love engineering and start whet their appetite so that they can love engineering and then you can produce them. So though you come to church, they are blessed spiritually, but there are mentors. Engineers are mentoring the young people. Doctors are mentoring the young people. Professors are mentoring the young people. Teachers are mentoring people. And so these young people will look up to you and they will say, well, I didn't plan to be in medicine, but for this Papa, this doctor who is an old man and has been in practice for 50 years, because he kept meeting with us when I was 16 years, 17 years, when I was 12 years, that is where I decided and I got the dream of going into medicine. And then he told me something about specialties. So when I finished my medicine, I was thinking about him. And because of what I saw in him, I would like to become a specialist as a neurologist, or I'll become a specialist as a gynecologist. Hear me. This is what we can do to take the hands of one another in church and prepare them to become better in life.